Good morning, sir.
Good morning. Good morning.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning. Which is the second chapter? Tell me. Which is the
Work and energy.
third one कौन सा है? Third one is
Current electricity.
and fourth one is measurement of matter na. Open the chapter number 4, measurement of matter. Name the fourth chapter. What is the name of the chapter 4? Is it measurement of matter?
Yes, sir. Yes,
Give,
sir.
write the heading. Chapter number 4, measurement of matter. Measurement of matter. Written. So you tell me what is matter if you know. Do you know what is matter?
Sir, substances.
Okay.
Mass and volume.
Okay. Can air be called matter?
No.
Can air be
Yes.
water? Water can be called matter.
Yes.
So air को नहीं बोलेंगे matter. By the way, everything is matter. Any solid substance is matter. Any liquid substance is matter. Any gaseous substance is matter. Everything is matter. So how is the matter defined? Anything that has mass and volume is called matter. So every substance, if you look at the solid substance, it has mass, it has volume. Liquid has mass, liquid has volume. Air also has mass, air also has volume. ध्यान में रखो. Air or gas, any gaseous substance possess mass, it possess volume. So anything is matter. So this is the definition of matter. Anything that has mass and volume. Matter exists in solid state, it exists in liquid state, it exists in gaseous state. There are two more states of matter. One is called condensates and plasma, but these are not in your syllabus. So according to ninth standard, I can say there are three states of matter: solid, liquid and solid,
Gaseous.
liquid and gaseous state. आपको इतना ही बोलना है. So take this screenshot. Definition of matter के लिए screenshot लीजिए. Okay. Now, comparison between the different states of matter. As we know, matter is composed of molecules or atoms or ions. I can say matter is composed of particles. बराबर है ना? Every matter is composed of particle. For example, if I consider the solid matter, in solid, how are the particles arranged? How are particles से आप molecule भी बोल सकते हैं. How are the molecules arranged? The molecules are arranged in the regular pattern. Do you see the regular arrangement of the molecules?
Yes, sir.
यहाँ पे क्या आप रेगुलर अरेंजमेंट ऑफ द पार्टिकल्स देख सकते हैं क्या, है ना?
Yes, sir.
So in solid matter, particles are arranged in the regular pattern. There is fixed arrangement of the particles, and therefore solids have definite shape. The solids have definite volume. समझ रहे हैं ना? कोई भी सॉलिड्स
Yes.
आपके घर में, कोई भी सॉलिड्स आपके घर में कंसीडर करो, चलो आपके पास जो पेन है और पेंसिल्स है और बुक्स है और नोटबुक है, दे ऑल आर सॉलिड्स. So do they have definite shape? When I say textbook, it has a definite shape. When I say pencil, it has a definite shape. And do they occupy definite volume? Do they occupy definite volume?
Yes.
Okay, that means you need a definite space for keeping the pencil. बराबर है ना?
Yes, sir.
For the book to be kept, we need a definite space. So यहाँ पे ध्यान में रखो, solids have definite shape. The solids have definite volume. क्योंकि the molecules of solids are arranged in the fixed pattern. What about the liquids? The molecules of liquids now, they are not arranged in the fixed pattern. That means the molecules of the liquids, they are able to free within the liquid. बराबर है ना? जो molecules liquid के होते हैं ना, वो liquid molecules, do they have the definite arrangement? फॉर एग्जाम्पल मैंने पानी ले लिया एग्जाम्पल. सो पानी में जो वाटर H2O मॉलिक्यूल्स है, आर दे अरेंज इन द फिक्स पोजिशन?
No.
नो.
No.
That
No,
means
sir.
that means there is no definite arrangement for the particles of liquids. Therefore liquids do not have definite shape, but do they have definite volume? लिक्विड को तो शेप नहीं होता है. लिक्विड टेक द शेप ऑफ द कंटेनर इन विच दे आर प्लेस. यदि मेरे पास पानी है, मैंने ग्लास में ले लिया, हाँ 100 ml पानी है, मैंने ग्लास में है, सो वॉल्यूम इज 100 ml और द शेप इज द शेप ऑफ द ग्लास. यदि वो पानी मैंने कोई भी दूसरे वेसल में पोर कर दिया, नाउ द वॉल्यूम विल बी द सेम 100 ml, बट द शेप विल चेंज ना?
Yes.
Yes, that means liquid do not have definite
Different shape.
shape, but they do have definite volume. बराबर है? What about the molecules of the gas? The molecules of the gas, these molecules are freely moving. They take the available space, they occupy the available space, and they move everywhere in the available space. Therefore the liquids, so I mean gases, do not have what? Definite volume. They don't have the definite shape. बराबर है ना? If the gas
sir.
is
Yes,
filled
sir.
up, if the gas is filled up in the balloon, now the shape of the gas is the shape of the balloon. The volume of the gas is the volume of the balloon. If I burst the balloon in a room, now the whole volume of the room will be occupied by this gas ना? So
Yes.
लिक्विड के लिए डेफिनेट, आई मीन गैसेस के लिए डेफिनेट शेप नहीं होता है, डेफिनेट वॉल्यूम भी नहीं होता है. ठीक है?
Yes,
सो
sir.
यहाँ पे देखने जा रहे हैं हम. ये जरा स्क्रीनशॉट लीजिए प्रॉपर्टीज के लिए. हाँ, ये प्लाज्मा की स्टडी करने की जरूरत नहीं है. ये प्लाज्मा मैंने लिखा है यहाँ पे, लेकिन डोंट स्टडी द प्लाज्मा. आपको 3 स्टेट स्टडी करने, सॉलिड, लिक्विड और गैस. टेक दिस स्क्रीनशॉट.
Yes, sir. Done.
डन. नाउ क्या लिखा है यहाँ पे? एक्सपेरिमेंट टू वेरीफाई लॉ ऑफ कंजर्वेशन ऑफ मैटर. मैंने मैटर बोला था. व्हाट इज मैटर? वंस अगेन टेल मी.
Anything that has mass and volume called matter.
ओके. लॉ ऑफ कंजर्वेशन ऑफ मैटर. कंजर्वेशन का मतलब होता है we cannot create the matter, we cannot destroy the matter, but matter in one form can be transformed into another form. This is the law of conservation of matter. So any matter cannot be destroyed, any matter cannot be created, but it can be only transformed. For example, चलो हम water लेते हैं. When the water, we cannot create the water, na? Can you create the water? No. But it can be transformed into solid state, that is ice. If ice is melted, it is transformed into water. If water is heated, it is transformed into water vapors. That means we can carry out the conversion of the matter. We can transform the matter from one state into another, but we cannot destroy the matter. ध्यान में रखो. It is not possible for us to create the matter. पानी हम create नहीं कर सकते. We can transform. We can transform. Can you create the water? Can you produce the water?
No.
Anyhow, shall tell me if you have some idea of creating water. Do you have some idea of creating water? What can you create? Can you create the ice? Can you create the ice?
Yes.
Yes.
कैसे बोलो? कैसे बोलो? अश्विनी बोलो कैसे? How can
So
you
by
create?
water.
That means you are not creating, you are transforming, na?
Yes.
So creation is not possible. We are not the creator. We are not the creator. We are not the destroyers. We are just the transformer. We can transform the water into ice or ice into
Yes.
water. We cannot. हमारे पास creation नहीं है. तो इसके लिए एक एक्सपेरिमेंट आपके बुक में है, देखो यहाँ पे. This is a conical flask containing a solution of calcium chloride. Here is the conical flask. It contains the solution of calcium chloride, and the test tube contains the solution of sodium sulfate. So before mixing the two, they are weighed. The weight is found to be 300.23 grams. Before mixing of sodium sulfate and calcium chloride, if they are weighed, the weight is 323 grams. Now mix the solutions together. After mixing, the reactions will take place between the solutions, and the new form solutions are calcium sulfate and sodium chloride. यहाँ पे अलग थे, यहाँ पे calcium chloride था, sodium sulfate था. यहाँ पे क्या था? After mixing calcium sulfate और sodium chloride. So we have transformed the matter, and if the weight is now checked, now it is found to be 300.23 grams. That means can we produce the new matter? No, just we have transformed the one substance into another, and the total mass remains constant. So this proves the law of conservation of matter. बराबर है ना? है कि नहीं? समझ रहा है शिवम? Any doubt anyone has? Do you have any doubt? बोलना है आप लोगों को. आपके पास कोई डाउट है क्या? आदित्य, श्रद्धा, शुभम, रोहम, डाउट है क्या कुछ? Am I audible? सुन रहे हैं मुझे आप?
Yes.
Okay, ठीक है.
Yes, sir.
Okay, चलो चलते आगे. Now the scientist Antoine Lavoisier is the first scientist. सिर्फ ये साइंटिस्ट का नाम ध्यान में रखो यहाँ पे, और कुछ नहीं. Antoine Lavoisier. उसके he proposed the law of conservation of mass, जो हम अभी पढ़ने जा रहे हैं. He proposed the what? Law of conservation of mass, Antoine Lavoisier. So here is the law of conservation of mass or matter proposed by scientist Antoine Lavoisier. What is the law? In a chemical reaction, the total mass of the reactant is same as the total mass of the product formed due to chemical reaction. यहाँ पे देखो, one test tube contains sulfur. This is the yellow color sulfur. Mass is 32 grams. In second test tube, I have taken iron, 56 grams. These two substances are called a reactant. जो सब्सटेंसेस रिएक्शन में पार्टिसिपेट करते हैं ना, दे आर कॉल्ड रिएक्टेंट्स. So which are the reactant here? Sulfur and iron. The mass of sulfur is 32 gram, that of iron is 56 gram. Now the two substances are mixed together and the test tube is heated. So after mixing, once the test tube is heated, now we get the FeS, iron sulfide, or it is called ferrous sulfide. So when sulfur and iron react, it forms what? Ferrous sulfide. Now, if the ferrous sulfide is weighed, the mass is found to be 88 gram, which is the sum of 32 plus 56. So ferrous sulfide is called product. Sulfur or iron are called reactant. अभी चेक यहाँ पे देखो जरा, कोई भी chemical reaction में the total mass of the reactant, tell me which are the reactant here? The total mass of the reactant, which are the reactant here? कोई बोलेगा? आदित्य, कोई तो एक स्टूडेंट बोलेगा क्या? आदित्य, शिवम, कोई है तैयार? Raise your hands. Who will give some response? सभी चुप बैठेंगे तो मुझे तो समझेगा नहीं ना वेदर आप सुन रहे हैं और नहीं. कोई एक स्टूडेंट है क्या जो बोल सकता है? श्रद्धा,
What, sir?
श्रद्धा बोल सकती हो, रिस्पॉन्स दे सकती हो मुझे? श्रद्धा नहीं. शुभम है क्या?
Yes, sir.
हाँ शुभम, यू ओपन योर माइक, कैमरा. चलो बाकी को बंद रखने दो. शुभम, शुभम,
Yes, sir.
open the camera. Shubham,
Sir, I have open.
you have what?
I have open camera.
नहीं दिख रहा है तो मुझे. Okay, Shubham. Shubham, tell me यहाँ पे which are the reactant in this reaction? दिख रहे हैं आपको?
Sulfur and iron.
हाँ, sulfur and iron. So these are called reactants. So what does it mean? Reactant का मतलब क्या होता है? The substances taking part in the reaction are called reactant. Now, tell me the total mass of the reactant, that is 32 plus 56. कितना हो रहा है? 88 gram. How much it is?
88 gram.
gram.
88 gram. Now, when these two substances are heated together, we get the new product. What is the new product? Iron sulfide or ferrous sulfide, and weight is found to be 88 gram. So, is the law proved here? यहाँ पे लॉ प्रूव हुआ क्या? अरे, is the law clear? In
Yes.
any chemical reaction, the total mass of the reactant is same as the total mass of the product formed due to chemical reaction. This is called the law of conservation of matter. इसी लॉ को बोलते हैं हम लॉ ऑफ कंजर्वेशन ऑफ मैटर. टेक द स्क्रीनशॉट. हो गया?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
एग्जाम्पल देखो, यहाँ पे a magnesium ribbon. When the magnesium ribbon is heated on the burner, it burns brilliantly and we get magnesium oxide. So when magnesium is heated, it forms magnesium oxide. It is the transformation of the matter. So यहाँ पे दूसरा भी. Now ये बाद में एक लॉ आ रहा है, law of constant proportion as proposed by J.L. Proust. The next law is law of constant proportion. हाँ, शुभम, read the law.
The proportion by mass of the constituent elements in the different samples of a compound is fixed. Example, the proportion by mass of hydrogen and oxygen in water is obtained from any source
Is 1:8.
1:8.
बस बस
This-
बस 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 बस. So check the law. The proportion by mass of the constituents element in different samples of compound is fixed. What does it mean? यहाँ पे मैंने compound लिया है water. H2O, water is the compound. हाँ, चलो, I can get the water from different sources. I can get the water from river, from rain, from pond. So there are different sources of water. Suppose I have taken 9 gram of water. Water can be taken in gram. हाँ, पहले gram में रखो. So I have taken 9 gram of water, and if this proportion of constituents elements, अभी water में कौन से elements हैं? हाइड्रोजन और ऑक्सीजन. समझ रहे हैं ना? वाटर किससे बना हुआ है? हाइड्रोजन और ऑक्सीजन से. So the proportion of constituents elements, if I take 9 gram of water and in the laboratory if I check the proportion of hydrogen and oxygen, कुछ experiment करके यदि मैंने हाइड्रोजन और ऑक्सीजन अलग कर दिया, so I will get 1 gram of hydrogen and 8 gram of oxygen. So what is the proportion? Is it 1:8? Is it 1:8? Total 9 gram में proportion of hydrogen and oxygen, is it 1:8?
Yes.
Hello everyone. Yes. Now if I take 18 gram of water from other source, I have selected 18 gram of water. It is further analyzed. उसको मैंने constituents separate कर दिए. So which are the constituents? फिर से मैं बोल रहा हूँ. Which are the constituents in water? Which are the constituents element in water? अरे पानी ये जो कंपाउंड है ना वो किससे बना हुआ है?
Hydrogen and oxygen.
Yes.
Oxygen.
So these are called constituents elements of water. If I take 18 gram of water and constituents are separated in the laboratory, I will get 2 gram of hydrogen and 16 gram of oxygen. So 2 upon 16, is it 1:8? 2 upon 16, is it 1:8?
Yes, sir.
Yes. So इसी तरह से the proportion by mass of the constituents element in different sample of the compound is always fixed. Take this screenshot. लीजिए screenshot. हो गया?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Yes.
sir.
हाँ. और एक एग्जांपल यहाँ पे देखो. Similarly, the proportion of mass of carbon and oxygen in carbon dioxide is 3:18. देखो यहाँ पे carbon dioxide. Which are the elements in carbon dioxide? Which are the elements in carbon dioxide?
Carbon and oxygen.
Carbon and oxygen. Suppose I got 44 gram of carbon dioxide, and chalo, let us separate the constituents. I have separated carbon and oxygen. I will get carbon 12 gram and oxygen 32 gram. So 12 upon 32, is it divided by 4 ना? 4 3s are 12, 4 8s are 32. बराबर है कि नहीं?
Yes.
So the proportion of carbon and oxygen, the smaller proportion is 3:8. Similarly, if I get 88 gram, यदि 88 gram carbon dioxide मेरे पास है, I will get carbon 24 gram and oxygen 64 gram. 24 upon 64, it is 6 upon 16. 24 और 64 को डिवाइड करो आप 12 से. So 12 से नहीं, यहाँ पे मैंने 6 से किया. So 6 4s are 24, 6 16s are 64. बराबर है ना? अरे 12 और 64 किससे डिविजिबल है? 4 से है ना? आई मीन 4 से है कि नहीं? 24 और 64 किससे डिविजिबल है? 4 से.
4.
हाँ, तो ये प्रोपोर्शन मिल गया मुझे 6/16. फर्दर डिवाइड करो, 6 और 16 को 2 से डिवाइड करो, आपको मिलेगा 3:8, है ना?
Yes, sir.
Now you tell me, if I take 6 gram of 6 gram of carbon, how much oxygen is needed to get carbon dioxide? You tell now. यहाँ पे मैंने 6 gram carbon is taken, how much oxygen is needed and how much carbon dioxide will get? अरे 12 का हाफ 6 ग्राम है ना, हाफ ऑफ 12 is 6 ना,
Yes, sir.
तो हाफ ऑफ 32 कितना होता है? हाफ ऑफ 32
16.
तो यहाँ
16.
पे 16 और यहाँ पे हाफ ऑफ 44 कितना होगा? हाफ ऑफ 44
22.
22. हाँ
Yes.
हाँ टेक दिस स्क्रीनशॉट। हो गया?
Yes, sir.
तो हियर इज द जोसेफ प्राउस्ट जिसने ये लॉ प्रपोज किया। कौन सा लॉ? कौन सा लॉ? Law of constant proportion. The proportion by mass of the constituent element in different sample of the compound is fixed. जोसेफ प्राउस्ट है। नेक्स्ट पॉइंट आ रहा है एटॉमिक साइज। बाय द वे एटॉमिक साइज you might have drawn many times, you in the geometry you might have drawn circles now. Tell me how you decide the size of the circle?
By measuring.
By measuring, and for measurement you use the either centimeter scale, बराबर है ना?
Yes.
So the size of the circle can be measured with the help of centimeter scale. But as we know, the atoms are very, very small. Atoms are not visible with the naked eyes. So can the size of the atom, can you measure by using the centimeter scale?
No.
No.
It is not possible. And therefore now, the one more new unit is introduced that is known as nanometer. Nanometer कभी सुना है आपने?
No.
No. So by using the measurement nanometer ना, we can measure the atomic size. यहाँ पे देखो, suppose ये atom है, ये एक atom है ना, so at size of the atom, और दूसरा दिखा तो यहाँ पे मैं, चलो ये कोई भी atom है, so this is called the nucleus of the atom. ठीक है, क्या बोलेंगे हम से? Nucleus of the atom. And this is called the outermost orbit. Here is the nucleus, here is the outermost orbit. So this is now, this become, इसको बोलेंगे हम atomic radius. क्या बोलेंगे हम?
Atomic radius.
So जैसे आप लोग करते हैं, the size of the circle is decided by radius, उसी तरह से the size of the atom is decided by the atomic radius. Got it?
Yes, sir.
So your first sentence देखो, atomic size can be measured from the atomic radius. So what is atomic radius? Atomic radius is the distance from the center of the isolated atom to its outermost orbit. This is the center of the isolated atom. Isolated का मतलब अकेला, अकेला एटम आपको लेना है, that is called isolated atom. Individual atom लेना है. So the distance from the center of the isolated atom to the outermost orbit, this is called atomic radius. Clear? What is atomic
Yes.
radius? The distance from the center of the isolated atom to its outermost orbit is called atomic radius. And this atomic radius is measured in the unit called nanometer. किसमें measure करेंगे आप?
Nanometer.
So एक नैनोमीटर कितना होता है? देखो यहाँ पे 1 नैनोमीटर is equal to 10⁻⁹ मीटर. इसका मतलब मुझे लगता है ना, 1 मीटर के आप 1 बिलियन पार्ट करेंगे. 1 बिलियन समझता है क्या? 10⁹ होता है 1 बिलियन, है ना? रहे कि नहीं?
Yes.
तो 1 मीटर के आप 1 बिलियन पार्ट करेंगे ना, तो आपको जो छोटा पार्ट मिलेगा ना, दैट इज कॉल्ड 1 नैनोमीटर. ठीक है? सो टेक दिस स्क्रीनशॉट. हो गया?
Yes.
ओके, देखो यहाँ पे सो देखो यहाँ पे मैंने दिया है, देखो 1 नैनोमीटर. So as I told, 1 meter is divided into 10⁹ parts. That means 1 billion part. यदि मैंने 1 मीटर, everyone knows 1 meter.
Yes, sir.
100 centimeter becomes 1 meter, huh? So if the 1 meter is divided into 10⁹ part, 10⁹ कितना होता है? 1, I think 1 billion, huh? So इतने हमने पार्ट कर दिए तो I get 1 नैनोमीटर. उल्टा लम सीखते, ये 10⁹ इस साइड में लो तो क्या होगा? 1 मीटर इज इक्वल टू 10⁹ नैनोमीटर होगा ना?
Yes.
Yes.
ये this 10⁹ if it is transformed on this side, I will get 1 meter is equal to 10⁹ nanometer. We check the size of atom. Size of hydrogen atom is 10⁻⁻, ये मीटर में दिए साइज. Size of hydrogen atom, size of water molecule 10⁹. Size of hemoglobin molecule 10⁻⁸. Now tell me here which is the smallest atom. Observe the atomic radius of the three and tell me the smallest atom. यहाँ पे सबसे छोटा एटम कौन सा है? कोई है क्या? हाइड्रोजन, वाटर और हीमोग्लोबिन मॉलिक्यूल. 10⁻⁸.
8.
नहीं, 10⁻⁻. 10⁻⁻ सबसे छोटे हैं, माइनस में है ना.
Yes.
अरे -1 और -2 में सबसे छोटा कौन है?
-2.
-2 छोटा होता है. इसी तरह से -9 और -10 में छोटा कौन है?
-10.
-10 छोटा है. So hydrogen atom is the smallest atom here. Take the screenshot. एक
Yes, sir.
हाँ हो गया, ठीक है. आगे
Yes.
चलते. ये मैंने दिखा है सिर्फ समझने के लिए. देखो, साइज ऑफ द सर्कल इज मेजर्ड बाय यूजिंग द मीटर स्केल, आई मीन सेंटीमीटर स्केल. ये यहाँ पे देखो पिकोमीटर, पिकोमीटर ये आपको नहीं है, चलो जाने दो. नैनोमीटर देखो इतना छोटा होता है, सिर्फ वो समझिए. ये अलग अलग दिया है मैंने यहाँ पे. नेक्स्ट पॉइंट आ रहा है ऑर्बिट्स एंड द एटॉमिक साइज. यहाँ पे लिखा है ऑर्बिट्स एंड द एटॉमिक साइज. अश्विनी, कैन यू रीड द स्क्रीन?
Yes, sir. The atomic size depends on the number of electron orbits in the atom. The greater the number of orbits, the larger the size. For example, an atom of K is bigger than a atom of Na.
एटम मत बोलो, एटम बोलो, एटम. ठीक है, यहाँ पे देखो द एटॉमिक साइज डिपेंड्स ऑन द नंबर ऑफ इलेक्ट्रॉन्स ऑर्बिट. ये जो ऑर्बिट, ये हियर दिस इज द Na का मतलब होता है एटम ऑफ सोडियम. Na स्टैंड्स फॉर सोडियम. सो रेड कलर से आई हैव शोन द न्यूक्लियस ऑफ द सोडियम एटम and the circles are nothing but the orbits around the nucleus. Everyone knows orbits na? Are do you know orbits? Hello.
Yes, sir.
Orbits मालूम है कि नहीं आप लोगों को?
Yes.
Orbits are nothing but the circular path around the nucleus in which electrons are revolving. So in sodium atom, how many orbits are there? First orbit, second. How many orbits are there in sodium atom? Pehle, the first one, second and third. Are how many orbits? Can you hear me?
Yes.
So how many orbits are there in sodium atom? 3 orbit. And,
3.
And in potassium atom? 4 orbits are
Four.
there. So number of orbits present in the atom. Listen. The number of orbits present in the atom decides the size of the atom. So potassium is bigger in size than that of the sodium. समझ रहे हैं ना? कोई भी एटम में जितने नंबर ऑफ ऑर्बिट्स ज्यादा है उतना वो एटम बड़ा होता है. So number of orbits present in the atom decides the size of the atom. So यहाँ पे पोटेशियम का एटम सोडियम एटम से बड़ा है. टेक दिस स्क्रीनशॉट. हो गया? हो गया?
Yes, sir.
यहाँ पे
Yes, sir.
size of the atom having the same number of orbit. Now see here, यहाँ पे देखो. Sodium, this is the atom of sodium having 3 orbits. Atom of magnesium, it has also 3 orbits. So which one is bigger, which one is smaller? Who will read this now? Shubham, Ashwini read कर रही. Ashwini read करो.
If the atoms have the same outermost orbit, then the atom having the larger number of electrons in the outermost orbit is smaller than one having fewer electrons in the same orbit. Example,
हाँ.
Mg atom.
Magnesium atom is smaller than sodium atom. Now you tell me, how many orbits are there in sodium atom?
3.
3 orbits. How many orbits are there in magnesium?
3.
3. So they both have the same number of orbits. But how many electrons there in the last orbit of sodium?
1.
1. And that of magnesium?
2.
2 electrons are there. So the atom having large number of electrons in the last orbit is smaller in size. So magnesium is smaller in size than that of the atom, that of the sodium atom. Getting it?
Yes, sir.
जिसके outermost orbit में ज्यादा electron है, number of orbits should be same. In sodium and magnesium there are 3 orbits. Okay, each of the atom is having the 3 orbit. So यदि orbit की संख्या same है तो check the number of electrons in the last orbit. The atom having more number of electrons in the last orbit is smaller in size than the other atom. ठीक है? Take the screenshot. हो गया?
Yes, sir.
चलो check your understanding. नाइट्रोजन और यहाँ पे ऑक्सीजन में which one is the smaller, which one is the bigger? चलो tell me. नाइट्रोजन और हाँ बोलो.
Nitrogen is bigger and oxygen is smaller.
Reason?
Because
Because nitrogen have 5 electrons and oxygen have 6 electrons.
very good. Potassium और calcium में which one is the potassium और calcium में which one is the bigger atom? नीचे potassium और calcium नीचे potassium और calcium में which one is the